Welcome to the Beautiful Game. As always, I am Blake in the studio live with Ferris.
Hola.
And Ron.
What's happening?
That's right. We got together all in the same city for the first time in a while to watch a little friendly that wasn't so friendly at times of Arsenal versus Chelsea here in Orlando. It was a great day for everybody.
Everybody?
Yep. Everybody. I got a nice, cool Arsenal koozie that I'm proud to have.
I got
At
a
least
flag.
we got a flag, yeah.
Ryan
got
got
a
a
flag.
flag that he just threw on the ground on the way out for some reason. I don't know why.
It's not true.
No, Tuchel threw his on the ground though
Yeah,
on
I
the way
did.
out. He
Yeah,
was
Tuchel,
yeah.
man. He's a,
Yeah.
you know what? He's a taller man than I thought he was in person, isn't he?
He was a frightening man,
Yeah.
yelling at everybody as if it was 20 minutes in, and that back line was so anemic.
Ugh.
He was screaming like it was
Yeah.
match week 30 for, everything's are on the line. Like he just was.
In all seriousness,
fire.
though, you think he drives a minivan or an SUV?
I bet he drives like a custom Mini Cooper.
Oh my God. I was going to say
that's a
Mini
good
Cooper.
Because he
Yeah,
looks
yeah.
like a proper German dad.
Yeah. Yeah, he does.
Mhm.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
big questions.
Yeah. German dad versus the Bond villain on the other side.
Oh,
No wonder
dude,
they hate each other.
He, you know what?
He had a great tan here in Florida.
Oh yes, he did. He had. I mean,
Fantastic.
not his. He is a player that out beats him every time. Like Ben White's tan is immaculate in person. I can smell the aftershave and Armani cologne from where we were sitting. That's how it was.
Ben White was impressive looking. That was a heck of a tan.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Arteta. You see him on TV. He looks exactly. He doesn't.
Sexy Bond villain.
Person. Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
It was great. It was a very good day.
Jorginho, very thin legs.
Yeah.
Very,
Chicken legs.
very, yeah, it's chicken legs.
Saliba, big dude.
Oh, big guy.
Yeah.
He's because I actually saw him in the park. And he's a good, must be good 6'7", 6'8", 6'6", and he was a big boy.
It was just cool to sit there in that stand and watch all these people that we watch all the time here in the hometown. It was
Right in
awesome.
front of us.
Yep. It was amazing.
Awesome.
You know what else is amazing? It's almost time for the Premier League to start up again.
Yes.
Because that's the end of the USA tour, wrapping up their preseason. So tonight's pod, it is a Premier League preview. It's on like Donkey Kong and a pot of neck bone.
Hee-haw.
It's happening for real. So the Premier League, we're going to talk about all the clubs, look at where they finished, who their manager is, notable ins, outs. Once again, ask a question of each club. And then we get our amazing studio predictions. And then, of course, Ron is also going to introduce us, give us a little background on the three clubs that are being promoted in
Correct.
to join this year's Premier League. And then we're going to have our predictions, which
we're always spot on.
I can't remember who kind of walked away the best last
You
year.
did.
Yeah, you did. By
It
far.
was mainly because
Manager.
the manager one you got spot on, and that's like we don't really do points, but if I give you points, that's like 5 points. So that's a lot of points. That's more than Ron and I got on anything else. So you did good.
You sure that's higher than picking Man City wins the league?
Exactly. Yeah.
it's a little harder to-
Like we all did good on the top four. We all were at least had one team in the three going down. We're pretty much wrong. Golden Boot. Somebody might have won. Nobody may have won that. Not with Son. Yeah, I don't think anybody.
No, nobody picks on. Yeah.
And then the Leicester's prediction. I don't think.
We're usually
I
never close.
came the closest, but I was way off of it. But we had a friend of the pod suggest a new prediction to throw in this year.
Oh, yeah? What's that?
Oh, you have to wait.
Oh,
and
no.
it's going to be bonus points for when we go over it in June. Yes, sir. It's a doozy. It's probably
It's ridiculous.
the best new addition to
Okay.
a prediction that one can ask for.
Sweet. Well, let's get to the beer.
First up, beer. So I am bringing a beer in from Tennessee via Germany. I think I mentioned this brewery before. The Schultzbrau Brewery in Knoxville, Tennessee. They're a German family moved out to Tennessee. They only brew lagers, traditional German beers by the Bavarian purity law, and all their ingredients are shipped in from Germany. So they are uber authentic.
Can you say
That's
it?
awesome.
The German purity law?
Bavarian purity law.
Yeah, what is
Isn't
it?
that? Oh, I
How
don't
do you say
know.
it?
I
Reinheitsgebot.
there we go.
Oh,
there
it's
it
a
is.
great. Yes.
Such a great word.
Reinheitsgebot.
Bruce Mooch and Gladbach, but better.
Yeah, that's pretty good.
That is pretty good, Ron. Well done.
But the Schultzbrau, they are rad. They make some really, really good beer. They can 4 different ones. And I brought their Munich style Dunkel down, which is their original Bavarian lager.
Love it.
Little quick thing on their lager. It's the world's oldest true beer style. This original lager has been a favorite of Bavarian kings for centuries. To keep this tradition of craftsmanship alive, the Schultz family have this or brewed this lager according to the, say it again,
Reinheitsgebot.
This means no chemicals or preservatives, just quality ingredients for the highly drinkable dark mahogany beer. It's malty backbone with hints of caramel, nuts, and candied fruit will have you saying yodelay-hee-hoo.
Yodelay-yodelay-yodelay-hee-hoo.
ABV 5.4%, IBU 22. Keep cold, drink fresh. It's good. You guys are going to love this.
I'm gonna
Nice gold can.
I'm gonna compare this to. So I'm going to Munich this year to go to Oktoberfest. So I'm gonna compare this bad boy to that one. Oh, I can't wait.
I get to try their Oktoberfest soon. I'm very excited.
Blake, are you doing yours out of the can?
I'm out of the can, baby.
What a good scent! I can just smell it.
This might be one of my favorite Dunkels, in all honesty, that I've had. I'm not the biggest Dunkel fan. It's not a beer I jump to.
The Dunkel Dunkels.
And there's something about it. It's just right, just malty enough, not too sweet.
Nice red
Oh,
color.
yeah,
Yeah, it's
that's what
dark.
you want from a Dunkel.
Yeah, good head retention.
All right, cheers, gents.
Prost.
Prost. There we are.
Roast.
Oh, Nelly.
Oh, that's good.
It's friggin' delicious.
Oh, Nelly.
Oh.
But wait, there's more, gents.
If you pull a pretzel out of there?
Oh my God, I would have.
It's not
I
a
would have
pretzel,
hugged you.
but I
live
got a
on my-
gift for each of you.
Okay. Oh. It's a
nice.
scarf-looking device. Isn't that awesome?
When I went to go tour the brewery, they
How
sold.
cool is that?
They sell Schultzbrau soccer scarves.
How
badass.
awesome is that? So this is the actual beer soccer scarf.
Yes,
And that is so awesome.
and they are they're building their beer garden is amazing, and they're putting a giant LED screen up there right now for the World Cup.
Oh,
and
that'll
they're
be
going to be
so
shutting down
cool.
the streets to do the
What a proper crest.
their
Proper
crest looks really
indeed.
cool.
A nice like Harry Potter Gryffindor color across the entire
It
scarf.
totally is.
Oh, that's
Some
so cool. Thanks.
Gold German lettering. Proper crest. Hell yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Thanks, dude.
This is great. Thanks, man.
I was so excited about that because I went in there. I was like, oh, you know what? It's Ferris's birthday. I'll have to get him. Is that a scarf? Well, they're both getting
Yes,
okay.
indeed.
Heck yeah.
Boom, scarves.
Love it.
But wait,
Oh,
there's more.
What?
man, I
Because
got-
it's Ferris's birthday.
That is Ferris's birthday. 29 again.
You're telling me.
All right, Ferris. Here's part 2.
Okay. Thank you. If it's I swear to God, if it's a can of something.
No, it's not a can. I'm trying to educate you, get you
Okay.
to read a little more.
Cookie Puss. Oh my God, that is amazing.
Oh my God. God almighty, he is sexy. I'll just read you from The Guardian. The most compelling autobiography ever to appear under a footballer's name. I am Zlatan. My story on and off the field. God, well, sign him up for GQ right now. Look at that man. And I love at the very top. International bestseller.
It absolutely.
Wow.
Oh,
And that's
Thank
premium
you.
like 2000s Latan.
that is, that is. And he still looks the same, just minus a Harley and a haircut, and that's it. God, this is awesome. Thank you.
You are quite welcome.
Oh, he's
I want to
sexy.
read it when you're done.
Yeah, look at him. That's brilliant. Thank you.
You quite welcome. That was perfect.
That is absolutely perfect. I forgot he even had a book.
He's got 2.
Does he?
There's another one I believe that is entitled "I Am Football," but that he wrote more recently, so I feel like you need to do that one first.
enough,
Oh, that's
So
brilliant.
I was torn, but that's the one you need to start
Fair
with.
enough. Has to be better than the Amazon documentary on Pogba called entry.
Oh,
And it has the lowest scoring ever on IMDb.
Pogment.
Of course it does.
For a documentary.
Ouch.
Love it. Piss off, wanker. Anyways.
We've got the beer. We got prezzies. Shall we move on to the Premier League?
It is time.
All right. So we're going to preview each of these teams in order, kind of like I said, and we'll do this in order as they ended last year. So first up is Manchester City, who finished on 93 points. Who's their manager? Pep Guardiola.
Mm-hmm.
Going on his 7th season with the club. Gosh,
I know, right?
that doesn't feel like it's been that long.
No.
How many times have they won of those 7?
12.
I don't even
I think
wanna
all
look it
but
up.
one,
Yeah.
once or twice, right?
Notable outs: Gabriel Jesus, Raheem to Arsenal, Raheem Sterling to Chelsea, Fernandinho released and he's at Atletico Paranaense now.
Yes, I believe it's in Brazil.
Zach Steffen on loan to Middlesbrough, and Alexander Zinchenko also to the Arsenal, who so rad that they signed him 2 days prior. We got to
It
see
was
him.
announced the day before, and he was on the field the next
start
day.
And he
in
was
Orlando.
on Instagram signing with palm trees behind him.
Yeah,
That's how we
he was
knew he
here.
was going to
Yeah.
be here.
Yep.
But I thought he was going to just be here. I was shocked that he started. That was pretty cool.
Yeah, I agree.
Um,
And I think just kind of a name that I threw in there that I thought was notable, mainly because we're in the U.S. and we're all have passports of these here, United States. Zach Steffen on loan to Middlesbrough in the Championship. That's a good move for him because for so long he's wanted to play under Pep and be there, but hasn't gotten a lot of game time, right?
Yeah.
Well, he's in theory going to get first team game minutes going into the World Cup this year. So I think it's a good move for him, and be curious to kind of follow and see how he does there. But how about the ends there, Blake?
our ends are Erling Haaland,
You might have heard of him.
striker from Dortmund, Borussia Dortmund. And then Calvin Phillips, center defensive midfielder from Leeds.
Which I don't think he played the other night when they did Man City played Bayern in Lambeau Field.
Yeah.
And
Haaland got his first
it
goal, only goal, and he had a great quote after. It was like, I finally was able to beat Bayern. For so long, Dortmund hasn't beaten them in forever. But I don't think Calvin Phillips played that game. I could be wrong. I didn't quite look at the full stats, and they're a little weird because they don't really.
I don't. It's so weird they didn't keep stats for any of those games.
Yeah, because it's
The
all.
Chelsea Arsenal game, tried to look at stats. They had the lineups and the subs, but they don't actually keep game stats.
They had the passing or the possession percentage was the only thing I could find on there. Yeah, it was a little weird. And then we also discovered when we tried to look up something on Google, was it the friendly with Man City? It wouldn't show us the score until the game was over or something.
Yes,
Which I've never
I
seen.
sent you
that
guys a
online
screenshot
before.
of that and said, "When did this crap start?"
Yeah, that was very weird. What you up to, Google?
That's
Like, what's the difference? It's
yeah.
a friendly.
It is. It's weird how they do it. I was seeing if it's like Calvin Harris, but it's not Calvin Harris because he's a DJ. Calvin Phillips was even on the bench for them. He was, and actually he was subbed in. He was subbed in the 65th minute. I'm really curious to watch him this year. We'll get to it here when we get to Arsenal, but for Man City, I think just quickly talking on those transfers, they got rid of some dead weight, if you will. Fernandinho was a very, very good steward for the club, but up there in age. So you kind of send him on his way, but bring in a young, up-and-coming English midfielder that really is going to balance, I feel, Rodri out in that midfield and put in those tackles and do kind of what he does for England in that Declan Rice type field, where Declan Rice is going to push a little bit more forward. So is Rodri in that respect, and Calvin Phillips is going to allow him to do that. He's also going to protect it back for that. Gets chopped and changed just a bit here and there. So I think those are two outstanding signings from them.
Yeah, and all for, almost no money.
Well, what did we say last pod? Like under 125
Yeah.
or something? Yeah.
Stupid.
So your question you put in here was with Haaland now in the ranks, will Man City finally win the Champions League? And can I amend it a little too and ask a 0.5 of that question?
Sure.
Which is, will Haaland actually be a prolific striker, or will he Timo
100%.
Werner out?
No, 100% he will. 100% he will. He may or may not be in my running for Golden Boot when we get there. I think these are two big pieces, two extremely smart signings. I've been a fan of each of theirs for a while. And I think coming into a City squad that's already so talented with people that can put balls in the box, it kind of goes two ways, right? Calvin Phillips protects the back two. Also protects Rodri. So by protecting the back two, you allow your fullbacks in Cancelo and Walker more than likely. You allow them more freedom to attack, to get balls in the box. That also pushes your Silva's, your Grealish's forward and allows Rodri to play balls spraying either ways out. And then also diagonal to Kevin De Bruyne. So they're all going to feed each other. But I think, unlike what Pep has had before, Haaland's almost a better, bigger Aguero. He has pace. He has speed. He's big. He's strong. He can absolutely crush the ball. You have the service that they had with Aguero and with Jesus at the times. There is zero reason he shouldn't be scoring. The only reason that he wouldn't be scoring is if, God forbid, he picks up a knock like he did at Dortmund last year and he's out for long periods of time. So yeah, I think they.
Well, your question about could they finally win the Champions League? Because obviously, if you ask, they're going to say they want to win. They want to win them all. But you feel like
because Pep hasn't won it yet.
Yeah, there's got, and I know we said this even last year, but God, I just feel like there's got to be a hunger to go after that Champions League.
I don't think they're going to do it, only because Man City's cursed for the Champions League.
I don't want to see them do it. I think this severely helps their chances, and I think they could. So I won't say that they will. I say that I think they could, and you might see them playing on that last day in May for Champions League.
They win
title.
the Champions League and the Premier League.
They could.
Yeah.
Very could, but I think with other clubs breathing down their neck, as you would think Liverpool would be there, possibly Chelsea, who knows, even Arsenal maybe, United possibly, Spurs. It may not be a two-horse race like it was last season. And also, Liverpool went the entire way, right, in Champions League.
Yeah.
And City got knocked out a little bit earlier, so they were able to shift focus a little bit more. So it's going to be hard to tell in terms of groups and so on and so forth and how the season plays out and how far teams are ahead and whatnot and that like kind of jockeying for position. But I think it's I think I would give them good odds to do the double and win the Champions League and win the Premier League. And I would give them better odds just to win the Champions League and forfeit the Premier League.
Yeah, as much as I joke around about them being cursed and all that, every year you think, well, the team can't really get that much better, and every year they just get that much better.
Yeah.
So it's honestly very probable that they'll go the distance in the Champions League this year, in my opinion.
Blake?
You don't think Barcelona's going to do the Champions League this year?
No, I don't.
They're lighting all their money on fire. So
I did send you guys that link about that they're going ahead with a $1.5 billion expansion or something on their stadium, whatever.
Because of the new deal with Spotify?
Yeah, and everybody's like, I guess there is no bottom. Look.
Nope. Did I send you guys that cartoon of from Instagram of Xavi going to management, and the guy just goes downstairs to the money tree and starts pulling money off the money tree?
Yeah.
You're like, where is this coming from?
Where and how, with the amount of debt that was reported with, and their bid for Super League and so on and so forth. Like, they've gotten a few transfers in for free, as we talked about last time, but then since it's come out since we've done the pod, they signed Lewandowski from Bayern, and they signed Rafinha from Leeds, who we'll say here at some point. Those weren't free though. Those were 30-some and 60-some, if I'm not mistaken.
A little overpriced for some.
But they haven't sold. Where Dani Alves left the club, he's not playing in Mexico or going to play in Mexico. But that's just wages, because I believe you got him on a free last year. So you got no fee for that. The Frankie de Jong deal, will he go? Will he stay? Well, you kind of want him to go right now. You kind of want him to be sold because to recuperate some of those funds, I would think. So
who knows?
We could do a whole different pod just on
Barcelona finance. Yeah. You know what we should do is we should go. I have an accountant friend. We should just give him all this stuff, let him prepare for like 2 weeks.
Explain this to us like we're 5-year-olds.
Yeah,
How does
please
this
come
work?
on here with an abacus and teach us how this works.
Moving on. Next club, number 2, Liverpool finished 92 points. A close fight to the end. Manager, Jurgen Klopp, the guy, he would love this beer.
He would love this. And the scarf, too.
Mm-hmm.
This will be his 8th season with the club. See, that sounds right to me. The Pep one still doesn't, at 7 years, doesn't seem, that seems too long, but 8 for Klopp.
If
That
my
feels
math
right.
was correct, it may be 7th, maybe like 6th and 7th and 7th. I don't. He's kept the seasons. And some of them come in halfway, which will
We'll get the average.
it's close enough.
Notable outs. Sadio Mane to Bayern Munich.
Big miss or big. They're going to miss him a bunch.
agree.
Origi heads to AC Milan.
Divock.
I forgot about that.
And you know who
Divock
he's
Origi.
playing with? Divock's playing with the lumber sexual, and then the book you just got me, Zlatan.
So
that's a good looking front three.
Everybody calls him Origi.
Yeah.
But Divock is a more fun cyberpunk name to say.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
I feel like that should have been what everybody.
He sounds like in a sci-fi movie. Divock is he owns a space station and he's really cruel but then the
He's got a
hero
heart of
goes.
gold. Yeah.
Right, the hero goes to him and is like, "Look, man, I need your help," and then they become best buddies by the end. That's Divock.
That's Divock at the Saturn space
the
station.
Vladi Divox.
Oh,
Love that
wow.
player. Wasn't he one? Sacramento Kings back in the day.
Another notable outs. Takumi Mina. I did it.
Minamino.
Thank you. Easier to say when I'm not looking at it
Fair.
than when I'm trying to read
Absolutely.
it. To Monaco and Neko Williams. Like
Interesting.
Like
young
Neko
talent.
Wafer.
Yeah. Young talent going on a
Nottingham.
permanent deal to a team that we'll get to that is coming up this year. So I thought that was interesting. Very, very interesting.
There was a young footballer from Nottingham.
Who kicked?
I gotta get that Christian. Oh God, why I just forget his name? The American in the Robin Hood movie that was terrible. Christian Slater.
Slater.
I gotta get that into the
Samson.
soundboard for this year's. Anytime Nottingham comes up. Notable ends: Darwin Núñez, center forward from Benfica. That one's an interesting one.
He scored 4 in one of the preseason games. He scored 4 goals in 34 minutes or something.
Yeah.
So the Liverpool fans are all, ooh.
Well, I mean, it could change the conversation we just had about Man City. That alone. Fabio Carvalho, center attacking mid from Fulham, and Calvin Ramsey.
Kind of that replacement, a little bit younger than Nico Williams.
Yeah, and they right back from Aberdeen, over in Scotland. So is this the season that Klopp and his merry band of Liverpudlians complete the treble? They have all the talent to do it.
Yeah.
It's like the Man City thing. It's all like how the storyline shakes out, right?
Here, I'm going to say no, but let me give you a little bit of rationale. Not because Liverpool aren't, Op's not great and they don't have Salah still on this new kid Núñez, and they have Diaz and Van Dijk and a whole host of things. I don't think their midfield is strong enough. The Carvalho one is good, but from what I've seen, that doesn't play a lick of defense, so that can hurt them slightly. And Jordan Henderson's getting older, so doesn't quite have the legs. Good player for the club, but more importantly, I think it's I don't think another club's going to do that in our lifetime, right? United did it. They're the only team to have done it. The same way I think that no team is going to go undefeated like Arsenal did that year. I think those are two records that are going to last for a very, very long time, that are very hard and very difficult to break.
That's what she said.
I think the treble is probably easier than going undefeated.
Agreed.
Yeah.
So I think it is. I think it is possible that we will see it in our lifetime. I don't think Liverpool is going to do it this year.
Okay.
The problem is every time I just want to go and agree with you and say, yeah, I don't think I just see that sweet man's gigantic German smile. And I think like how much harder I'd run if he asked me to. And I'm like, I don't count him out. He is clearly a special kind of manager in that he literally makes people play so hard for him.
Agreed.
And I find it hard to just say no and agree with you guys on that.
Well,
There's some special, but he is the special one. How do you say that in German to piss off Mourinho?
Jose.
the ninth Ultras.
Yeah.
I have zero clue what any of that means. Just made that up on the go. Now, while you can say, okay, they let Mane go, got Darwin Núñez. So Darwin Núñez is going to play that center forward there with Jota from time to time. You're going to push Diaz off to the left, which is what he was playing for some of last year. And you're going to keep Salah off to the right. So last year what they kind of did was when they brought in Diaz, moved Mane to more of that center forward role. He can play that left winger center forward. And who knows, Darwin Núñez could do the same. But I think you're missing a big X factor in Mane and what he brought for that club. If you think about some of those really tough games that they were in, or those really close, he would get that goal, or he would get that knock on or that run down the line to open up space for a Salah or a Jota or for Firmino or anybody. So unless those other two can produce those not consistent moments of magic, but those rare moments of magic where it's 89th minute at Wolves on a rainy pitch on Thursday, and they're giving you all that they can, and it's 1-1, is Diaz or Núñez going to do that Mane thing and just bag them a goal? And then most times he added on to it. Just are they going to be able to do that? And that's where I think Mane is a big X factor that for 35 mil, Bayern got a steal.
Huge deal.
Yeah. So I don't think they do it. They do it either.
Now the gulf here. So that was Man City with 93 and Liverpool 92 points. Just in case you forgot how the season ended. Third place in Chelsea, it's 74 points. God, what a divide that was. And much as how it was to the very end who was going to win, the next four were all in contention, basically.
3 and 4 spot.
Yeah, 3, 4, 5, 6 were all, what's going to happen? So Chelsea finished 74. Manager Thomas Tuchel, again, very much taller in person than we realized. Be his second full season with the club. Was he from the very beginning last year? Yeah.
Last year he was. Year before
Correct.
he came in.
Yeah,
He came
that's why
in
it's
at
the
the end,
second full season, yeah.
Notable outs, Antonio Rudiger to Real Madrid. Andreas Christensen released now at Barcelona. Danny Drinkwater, super pissed and released. If you didn't see his
Not
social
too notable,
media's
but
post.
just interesting one because he still does not have a club.
Right.
Man, he just fell off. Interesting.
Wonder where he ends up going. Notable ends, Raheem Sterling, left winger from Man City. And you do this one.
I'm going to say his last name, Koulibaly.
Cool.
Kalidou Koulibaly from Napoli, center back. Big boy, too. He came on late in the game that we saw, and he
was
looks
pushing
like
it around.
Proper center back. He's a big boy.
And the question for Chelsea is, will a lack of a notable number 9 hinder Chelsea from being in the title hunt once more?
Well, the answer to that is yes and no. We haven't had one in a while, and our problems are clearly not that single position.
I'd say you'd argue. I mean, like Man City doesn't really. I mean, they've played without really a true 9 a lot of times too. The way that they have played,
Guerrero.
Yeah, but he's been gone a bit.
But he's gone a bit.
A year.
But they still.
He was hurt the year before that, though.
Right, that's what I'm saying, and they still did what they did.
2 years, yeah.
We have a lot more problems currently than our number 9 or lack of a number 9.
It was weird. We were going to go to the Arsenal Chelsea match, and I was like, in all seriousness, it's a preseason game. Like this doesn't matter. I assumed like, who knows what'll happen, whatever happened. I was sitting there in that stand when that first 30 minutes, thinking like that. I know it's just preseason, but this would worry me. I feel like if I were,
Yep.
And then I thought, well, it was just preseason. I shouldn't worry about it. But then Tuchel after the match was pissed.
Yeah.
I mean, he was pissed in the first 20 minutes.
Rightly
Like, and the stuff that they said about how, they've got to get more players, but clearly they don't have enough quality. Now, it was like really rough. Like whatever his post match quotes were was
Guys are
very
calling him out now.
A friendly going down to play in Mickey's backyard. And he
Yep.
was on
His-
fire.
Tuchel's quote after the match was, "We got absolutely beaten by a team, Arsenal, that does not play Champions League football next season and finished behind us last season. But at the moment, they seem far ahead of us." And he's not wrong.
It was of such a stark difference.
Our defense was at the stadium. And that's about it for the first 40 minutes.
And both clubs pretty much had their starting lineups.
Or some semblance thereof.
Yeah.
Koulibaly be starting if he was more fit,
Yeah.
which is a big difference because what's his nuts looked? God almighty.
Chalobah.
Yeah.
I mean, he was
Looked
caught
rough.
out of position.
Rough.
I mean, it's like they took Chalobah out and put Harry Maguire in his place. It
Who-
was terrible.
Who was on the back left who was over there with Saka? Because
Everton.
No,
Or,
Emerson.
Emerson.
Because Saka was open
all the time.
all the time.
Emerson
Like,
likes to play a more tucked in, and there's no way that's the way Tuchel wants him to play because of that exact thing. Anybody with wheels on the outside is going to burn him every time. But for some reason, he keeps just pulling himself. He bites on those inside fakes so much, and then he doesn't have the wherewithal for a lack of vision to place himself in a strategic location. So he just gets burned.
But we talked about this leaving the match, though. That, like, also there's a ton of just all this other crap that has nothing to do with football that's surrounding this season.
Yeah.
I mean, Abramovich might be gone now, but still you were dealing with that and the whole fallout from the Ukrainian conflict and the Russian oligarch. And now there's a new owner. And like, it's not normal. Sometimes you go, are we excited about the new owner? But it's such a weird situation.
Yeah.
You
He's
didn't
the
get
director
that,
of
like,
football.
Yeah.
He's the transfer manager.
He's been cleaning out the locker room for him. Like,
I mean,
Is Pulisic going to go? Is he going to stay? That's still a big question. Yeah, it's a lot of term. To answer the question, I don't think it will not only hinder them from not being in the title race once more. I think they don't even make the top 4 this year again.
it's certainly possible they don't make the top 4.
I think they have plenty of talent, but unless that organization gets far better and you have somebody that, for Chelsea, can consistently put the ball in the back of the net, whether that's Havertz, whether that's Mount, whether that's Sterling.
Yes, too.
But
Watching
Werner has proven not to be that guy.
So
man.
why is he still here?
He was a better defender at that match than he was.
So yeah, I was
a
just going to bring
striker.
that up. So all of Chelsea is back behind the ball, defending against Arsenal. A shot comes in, Mendy parries it out. It falls to Timo Werner, who deftly handles the ball around 2, maybe 3, if memory serves, Arsenal players, and is able to get it out to Jorginho, and a nice counter develops. But then not 3 minutes later, Timo Werner gets the ball in the box and he's all stone feet.
He can't take
Well,
one.
yeah, and I think one of the reasons is to that point, something that I noticed in that game, because it was really cool to see him live, but he is so quick and he's good with the ball at his feet. He's very good with the ball at his feet, so he'll do that, right? Because he's used to playing more of a wingish role, and that's kind of where Chelsea has him now. But unlike the Bundesliga, you don't have time in the box with the ball at your feet to get the shot you want off. You have to create your own shot, and you have to put it on target and in spots where goalkeepers that have arms the size of flagpoles don't stop it. When he gets it, it's almost like he tries to set him up for the perfect chance or for the perfect shot.
Right. And it's
but then it
already
just
gone.
fumbles around and defenders are all over him. Where in the Bundesliga, a little bit more space, a little bit more time. Oh, if you handle it just slightly, you might be able to recover, put it on your right, and then curl it around. You don't have time like that.
Timo Werner would have absolutely started in Orlando City 2018.
Yes, exactly. But I mean,
Just kick the ball.
To that point, watch Salah, watch Son. Look how fast, not only speedy and well they are with the ball at their feet, but their decision with putting the ball on net is like that.
Yep.
There's no thinking. They put it on the correct feet. It is all in one fluid motion.
Right.
And so many times, even on Saturday, we saw him it wasn't fluid. He got there, he worked hard, and then all of a sudden it was like,
And then it was gone.
what are you doing?
The ball's gone.
And then the ball's gone.
Yeah.
And that's how fast it is.
So there's to me, there's like an identity crisis looking at it.
Yeah.
Like you got a lot of pieces that are good. It's an identity crisis. And I'm curious to see if Tuchel can wrangle that together.
I think it's going to be a hard year.
Starts up here for him. He just needs to get in Timu's head and say, you are a quality striker. Don't think. If you get anywhere in the box,
Shoot it.
make space for yourself and just fire it.
So what's
Who gives
Tuchel's?
a goes over the net or you revoss the hell out of it half the time. That's fine. Just put it on net. I cursed. Got to put it down on the sheet.
Yeah, put it on the
I was
bleep
so
sheet.
into the conversation.
Who's he coach for next then?
Who?
Tuchel.
I don't know. I don't
doesn't
think
get
he,
better and they-
no, I don't think I don't think he's in risk yet.
I don't know who snatches him. That's what I want to know. So number 4, Tottenham Hotspur finished 71 points. Manager Antonio Conte. It's a full season, first full season with the club after coming in November the previous. Notable outs: Steven Bergwijn. Thank you.
Was back to Ajax.
Back to Ajax, and Cameron Carter-Vickers off to
An American.
Celtic.
Full time now off to Celtic. Scottish Giants.
And then notable ends: Richarlison,
Interesting.
center forward from Everton, overpriced. Ivan
Perisic.
Thank you. Gosh, Ferris is so much better at me than this.
He can say Perisic, but he can't say Pulisic.
I know. I know.
Difficult. Very difficult for me. I'm an odd man.
He came on a free from Inter Milan. He's Basuma, center mid from Brighton. Fraser Forster, goalkeeper from Southampton. Clement Lenglet. So,
He's French.
and
a French
so is it
center back.
Lenglet?
Linglet.
Sure.
Lenglet.
Sounds good to me.
He's on loan from Barcelona. So first act for Conte, it's back up to top 4. Well, act 2 from him and his squad be a title. No. I know I'm the Arsenal
know.
fan, but the clubs we just talked about.
Yeah.
I could see them flip spots possibly with Chelsea here, but I don't.
I could see.
They'll like win the FA Cup.
Possibly, but I don't think they will win the title. But a scenario could play out, especially with the very long winter break that they've never had before.
Yeah.
And the returning of Champions League games and Premier League games coming a little bit tighter, a little bit faster on that back end. Liverpool and City are pulled one way or the other. It's kind of, we're racing, then head to head, they're being pulled in the other direction. And then Tottenham just kind of quietly slip up into.
I see what you're saying, but I would also say with those many games back to back, Liverpool and Man City annoyingly have the bench to try and weather that
and
better
the back 4.
than they do.
Name me 2 center backs for Tottenham right now. Good luck.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
It's not a Van Dijk. It's not a Diaz. It's not a what's the guy's name? For Man City. Anyways, but you Lenglet is one, but he hasn't played for Barcelona barely ever. He was good 5 years ago. What's he going to do at Everton? You sign he's Charleston, which I'm a little confused at, but it adds depth, and when you're playing in the Champions League, and it adds more attacking
But when you have
talent.
Son and Kane and you need defense, spending that coin on Richarlison felt weird.
Yeah, I mean,
Yeah. I don't think Tottenham are going to do a title. What I do think is they're going to make everybody else nervous because they'll be the team
any
that
given
just
week.
won't
Possibly,
go
yeah.
away.
Yes.
Yep.
Yeah. You can't just, They're
especially with Conte there.
Yep. Agreed.
And I could actually see them making a fairly far run in, Blake, what you said, the FA Cup and possibly even the Champions League.
yeah.
I could.
Conte at the helm in Champions League. I can see
Mhm.
that.
Yep.
Number 5 finished on 69 points. Arsenal manager Mikel Arteta, sexiest manager alive. This will be his 3rd full season with the club after being appointed on 12/20/2019. Notable outs: Alexander Lacazette released to Olympique Lyon, and Matteo Guendouzi, a permanent move to Marseille. Notable ends. Shit, do we have enough time for the rest of the pod to do all the? God, it felt like they
Just
were just
ask Man City. They'll give you anybody you want at this point.
they'll make an announcement left and right. So notable ends: Marquinhos, attacker from San Paulo, which well, so yeah, that guy's kind of a scouting move.
We saw
see
him.
how.
We saw him for a glimpse.
Yeah,
Just a little, yeah.
I think that's a we'll see in a few years what that's doing. Fabio Vieira, that was like the first signing or one of the first signings.
I think we saw both of them. Did we not? Or Vieira might not have been there.
Center attacking mid from Porto, Matt Turner, goalkeeper from New England Revolution.
Not as tall as I thought. He's probably
No.
6'4",
No,
6'5".
just grinning ear to ear though.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, so happy to be doing the game.
Nice beard too. Very.
Yeah.
He looked
Very
like
nice.
he was having fun.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, he's just living his best life out there. And then Gabriel Jesus, striker from Man City, and Alexander Zinchenko, left back from Man City. Will the proper Bond villain Arteta pull a Wenger now and consistently keep Arsenal in the top 4?
From what
I think it's completely possible.
Oh yeah.
I
Yeah.
think, yeah,
If you get that consistent production from Jesus, he looked like
he looks
a match
so
winner, didn't
hungry.
Yes, that one it didn't pan out, but the one where he basically almost made it happen alone, where he took the ball and ran in between everybody because the winger had been gotten played out, and like you're just like, oh my god, he's acting like it's the season's on the line. The
But
way he
also-
was going for it.
The link up play that he had
with Odegaard.
with Odegaard
Captain, my captain.
was just great.
Mhm.
So those two are going to be, assuming everyone stays healthy.
That's always a big question for Arsenal. Always a very big question.
And I think Zinchenko is a really good signing because he's a versatile player. I think it's part of the
Yeah.
point. He can bounce around
Yeah.
to some places.
Yeah, I was impressed too with Odegaard. I think he's really kind of come into his own, and this is going to sound weird, but looks like the adult in the room on the team.
Told you, I called it last year. He was going to be captain.
Absolutely did. I did not think so. Yeah, but I think you're absolutely right, Blake. He pulled the strings well. He worked hard. He back on defense. I think the Xhaka and Partey being there to allow him to do those things and kind of be everywhere in that center midfield and be that box to box, if you will. He looked good, and I
8
think
yellows
Arsenal.
and not a 1 to Xhaka.
I know
That was crazy.
I
that
was
day.
I wanted to
so
see one.
sad.
I wanted to see something given to him. Like
Although he was getting into skirmishes here and there.
yeah, there was a few, but to answer that question, I do think the team that they are building will consistently get them in the top 4.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Agreed.
There's
Stay
a
healthy.
there's a lot of good clubs that can be in that top 6, so that it's hard, but it might not be as hard as last year. I think part of it hinges on that Chelsea question we asked earlier.
Yeah.
If they struggle to get themselves together, then that really opens the door, I think, easier to slot that in.
Doors wide open. Just walk through it.
So it's just weird. That was really weird. Now, I'm not being a jerk. I'm not trying to harp on it, but it was a weird vibe. It just felt like it was a group of dudes that were excited to come in and play, and then another group that were, I don't know. That was weird. And they just lost to Charlotte too.
Yeah.
And then, now granted, they weren't Everton that lost 4-0 to Minnesota United. That was my favorite tweet from that was, I think, Men in Blazers,
Men in
the first
Blazers,
Premier
yeah.
League team to be relegated out of the MLS. Oof. All right, number 6, Manchester United. Talk about, and here's another gulf. Finished in 58 points. So another big gap in points was definitely a thing of last season, breaking each group up. Manager Erik ten Hag, appointed manager on 4/21/22, almost my birthday. The Dutch manager has spent the last 5 seasons at Ajax, winning 3 Eredivises and 2 Eredivisie and 2 KNVB Cups.
Sure.
What is that?
I think it's like their FA Cup.
But how do you say it?
That's how it said it in Wikipedia. So I didn't know if it broke it down anymore.
That was amazing. No, we're so polished. I love it. Notable outs. Edison Cavani released. Juan Mata.
Did you see
Raise
his
one up for the
video?
Epcot. Or the Epcot for the Ewoks. What I meant to say.
Did you? I'm a cheers. His video was a tearjerker. What a sweet
One
man.
of the nicest gents in football.
Love him. Yep.
Paul Pogba,
Piss off.
the reverse of that, released into Juventus. Will he make an impact there? If he does, that's
I'm sure he
infuriating.
will. He may actually stay fit. He may actually decide to play. He may actually do something worth the damn.
Nemanja Matic of Roma.
Keeps following Jose everywhere.
Yeah.
Yeah. Andrea Pereira off to Fulham. Dean Henderson on loan to Nottingham's Forest. Jesse Lingard released to
J-Lings, baby.
J-Lings, hashtag Insta.
And he
In the
heads
forest,
to
baby.
Nottingham Forest too. That is a lot of released player. That's a lot of.
Clean it out. I got a lot of respect for all of those players, with the exception of Paul. But I think he was on his game. Yeah. But clear it out. Start with trim. I think Ron said it. Trim the fat.
I said that from halfway into the season last year. And you were like, no. But it's the best.
Yeah,
thing
it's not
for
a
them.
full clear out, right? Because you're seeing the likes of Anthony Martial get back on the scoring sheet in
In a down
season. You got Sancho still, you got Rashford, you got Varane, you got Luke Shaw, you got some of the signings that you'll say here in a second that are going to be helpful. You still have talent there. Ronaldo's technically still there. Who knows if that'll be true come the first game or come too far in the year. But you have talent there. All you did was trim this fat that was undecidable on, I got to put somebody in, so I'm going to put them in because this person's injured and we don't have the fullest confidence in them. So I think Eric Ten Hag came in and went, no, we don't have to offer these people it. Well, clear that out. We'll just start.
And obviously this wasn't Eric Ten Hag because he's just come in. But like, if the Arsenal thing works out, I think there will be a emphasis put on the moment that he cut the captaincy from Aubameyang and booted him, because everyone freaked out about, well, what are you going to do? Even though prior to that, they were like, well, he's not contributing and he seems to be a bad force behind the scenes. Pogba should have been probably booted out by previous managers
a while ago.
earlier get rid of that.
But he wasn't the captain, nor was any extensions made.
No.
That was the issue that.
But Pogba
with
has
Arteta.
been not good for a
He's
long time.
probably been a stem of the virus of the past 3 integers from being in that club. So yeah, I could see that.
I just mean, like, sometimes it looks like there's got to be a lesson in just cutting the bait and running with something, because definitely the behind the scenes in Man United have been a little rough. Although you guys have had a good preseason. If preseasons turn out to actually matter, you've had a good one. Notable ends: Tyrell Malacia. Yeah,
that's good enough. Yeah, I don't know if that's
Malacia.
I always want to say Malacia, but he's not Spanish. I think he's Dutch.
Left back from
Feyenoord.
Thank you. Feyenoord. Feyenoord is definitely a Duke in Lord of the Rings. That's what that looks like when you. Christian Eriksen. That's a cool one.
Eriksen, literally the man back from the dead at United.
Yeah,
crazy.
On a free back from Brentford from last season. Wonderful to see that chap still playing in the league. And Lisandro Martinez, center back from Ajax.
Young Argentinian center back.
Yeah.
So somebody that Ten Hag knows.
A good sneaky. I think it's a good sneaky signing, to be honest.
It's not sneaky.
I think it was.
It was sneaky. We took him from the the depths or from the claws of the Bond villain Arsenal, who was after him for so long. We went.
But I'm saying it's only sneaky if no one knows about it. He was in the news all the time because of.
Oh, then maybe I'm mixing up with someone else.
From under your nose.
Yeah.
I'm mixing him up with someone else then.
They didn't sneak him out from under his nose. Arsenal went over 45 million. No thanks, dude. We'll take.
It was like 48 million. It wasn't like you're gonna spend how much on you did on Jesus?
They pegged it at 35, and then they got.
Oh, you're trying to lowball. No wonder they said no to you.
And then they got Zinchenko for 35. We'll see who that plays out better for.
Fair.
Just saying. We'll let you overspend all day long. All day long. Can a proper bald and Eric Ten Hag bring
ETH, baby. Hashtag.
bring Champions League nights back to Old Trafford?
Yes.
I think you got one more season.
Yeah, me too.
And I don't mean I'm not trying to be a jerk.
Have you seen Eric Ten Hag?
I mean an improvement. I mean I mean it in a good way. Like you'll have a good, like I think you'll have an improved season.
Yeah, I do too.
I just think you've got some.
Yeah, I don't think we're winning the league or anything like that. But have you seen Eric Ten Hag?
I have.
If you look at him the wrong way, he will punch you in the nuts and then give you a proper.
I want to see
a proper. What was it? Was it a wet willy?
I want to
punch you in the
see
nuts, give you a proper wet willy. That's how he looks.
A tie flip fight between him and Tuchel.
Oh, it wouldn't be close.
That would be good.
Ten Hag would rip him to shreds.
Oh, I don't know, dude.
Rip him to shreds.
Tuchel's wiry.
He is. He is wiry.
Tuchel's wiry.
Yeah.
Put that cigarette out in your eye.
Yeah, but
that'd be a good one.
I think Ten Hag does get him back in, and I think it's a good hiring. We've seen a little bit in some of the quotes coming out from players that are still there, like a Shaw.
It's not
who's
him.
Been there through 3 or 4 managers saying, "Hey, the feel and what he brings and the intensity at which he brings it and the expectations and this, that, and the other is so intense from him, and it's different." And Shaw's been there since Mourinho, since Solskjaer, since Ralph. And I think he was brought in before Mourinho, so that would have been Moyes.
Jeez,
Who the hell?
Gosh,
Van Gaal.
guys.
Louis LVG.
LVG.
You guys I forgot.
He's
about
been there.
that.
Yeah, he's been there through
The sniper
a
shot
lot
did it
of-
around the
No,
world.
no. I just mean that like carousel of managers.
Yeah.
That's been
Yeah.
like
He's been
jeez.
through a lot, and to come out with some of the quotes that he said in that style of training and how it's kind of uplifting the boys on the training ground. Yeah, it's just preseason. We've saw them score some goals, and they beat Liverpool in their first preseason game. It's preseason. It was in Thailand, wherever it was. But it's if it's a different feel and it brings that back. There's talent there. You cultivate that talent, and so far, seeming it looks like he's doing that with some key signings. Right, we needed a center back, signing a young Argentinian defender who he knows and has proven himself at least to Ten Hag in Champions League play and in team play is great. Eriksen, you can't. That's just class on the pitch, and somebody that will actually play for the badge a hell of a lot more than Pogba did for half his time there. And honestly, this young, fiery left back. So far, so good. We'll see. Long season, but I do think that he can bring them back too.
I think you have one more year. I think you need a couple more key players.
I could see it.
And then you're dangerous again. I think it'll be dangerous on any given day this coming year. I should say. I think consistency will be the struggle. Number 7, West Ham United finished on 56 points. Manager David Moyes will be going on his 3rd full season after coming in on 12/29/2019. Notable outs: Mark Noble retired. Ryan Fredericks released to Bournemouth. Andrea Yarmolenko is always the fun thing to say. Released Al Anin in the United Arab Emirates is where he's playing. Notable ends: Alphonse Areola, goalkeeper from PSG. Naif Aguerd. Is that right?
Sure.
We'll go with that.
Yeah.
Center back from Rennes. See, wasn't sure there. Flynn Downs, center mid from Swansea. Swansea.
I had to put the name in there alone. Flynn Downs.
Yeah.
Sounds like
Good name.
a character from a spy novel.
Yeah. I've met Flynn Downs.
Flynn
Yeah.
Downs.
What's the password? And then will West Ham United be the first Premier League
Team.
Sorry, I was.
No, that was me. Remember, I had to do this quick.
It's all right. You did these things. Will West Ham United be the first Premier League team to win the prestigious Europa Conference League? Man, I hope so.
Yeah, I
Good
do too.
for them.
I do too.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't think they're gonna. They may not even finish in the top 10, but I do hope that they win that slosh of a tournament that has been playing since July already and is due to end in June.
400 some teams. And
Yeah.
I literally forgot about it
Yeah,
until I
that's why-
read
yeah,
your
yeah.
question.
You're welcome.
I forgot about that.
You're welcome.
And it happened last year, and we never talked about it. And
We
it
talked
never
about
was.
it.
We did.
On the end, yeah.
Because I called everybody out for jumping on that whole Super League thing from UEFA
then,
and all
yeah.
that. So that the only reason they killed that was so that they could have this.
Yeah.
Who won?
Who won what?
Who won it? Do we even know?
Oh yeah, we talked about it. I said it in the it was
Got it.
Frankfurt.
It mattered so little.
I think it was Frankfurt.
Okay.
I think it was Frankfurt.
Jeez.
I think it was Frankfurt.
No way.
Continue on. I'll find it. It was we talked about it though.
Leicester City finished on 52 points. Manager Brendan Rodgers will be going on his third full season after coming in on February of 2019. Notable outs? None. Notable ins? Yep. Where's that cricket button, Ron?
Yeah, right.
And then will the Brage survive the season in charge of Leicester City?
That's my headline. That's why. No ins, no outs. He has a good chance to be first sacked.
Yeah, I think
Good chance.
I think he has a
I don't
good
know if
chance.
it's gonna be mine.
We'll see.
But good chance.
It's all going to depend how they start, and their schedule to start is not
All right.
is kind of favorable. So it is possible they'll have a good start to the season, which will become one of those things that happens like at Arsenal, where they have a good part of the season, and the manager really should be gone, but they're having a good part of the season, so you don't want to sack them. And then a couple of things go bad, but then one thing goes good.
We call that the Ole Gunnar Solskjaer, actually, is what we call that.
Yeah, but that also didn't that also happen at Arsenal?
No, we had one bad streak and then kicked right back in, baby.
Baby.
It was not the Ole Gunnar Solskjaer. It was like, okay, he's done. Oh my God, they beat Liverpool. They can't fire him now. Yeah. And then yeah.
Roma won the Conference League. Jose Mourinho and Roma won the Conference League. I don't know if we did talk about it, actually.
No, we
did not.
And we
just
got
talked
a
about
tattoo.
Frankfurt won the Europa League. That's what it was. That's what it
And
was.
did you see that Mourinho went and got a tattoo?
No, did he?
You should look that up. It's like
Please tell me it was a heart and I love mom.
Look
on
it up and you're gonna be surprised. You just look it up. It'll be a fun thing to throw out maybe. Anything else to say about Leicester?
Nope.
All right.
And they could have Tielemans leave. There's a lot of reports that United are going in for Tielemans, which I think would add a very big gap in their midfield. So,
although he said he wanted to go to Arsenal,
but that's
another competition one. That one.
I guess he wouldn't get any playing time. At least he get playing time. Anyways, what concerns me is their center backs and no ins, outs, nothing. And we'll go over a few of them here in a bit, but Burnley sold all of theirs, and Burnley had some good ones.
Yeah,
and other teams got them. If you're Leicester, I'd 100% be going in for some of these names that we're about to say nothing.
And you don't know that
Nothing.
this is, Brendan Rodgers issues or front office issues.
True, but it doesn't help him when it comes time to him.
Yep. No one takes
a job.
Right. No one takes that into consideration when they're witch hunting the manager.
Yeah,
They don't think about that. Number 9, Brighton Hove ended 9th. They finished on 51
that's
points.
a quality tattoo, by the way.
Oh yeah, you see the tattoo?
I love it. It's Champions Leagues.
Yeah.
And then the Europa Conference League in the center? No, or no.
Yeah.
One of them. Yeah.
Look at it. He got it because he liked his time at Roma. Jose Mourinho won the first of those BS tournament.
Oh no, it's one. No, okay. Sorry, forgot. He won the Europe. He won a Europa League with Chelsea and United. He won Champions League with Inter and Chelsea, and he won the Europa Conference League with Roma.
And got that as a tattoo.
Yes, he did. So it's all
that
three
is
of them.
Tattooed on him now.
That is awesome.
Did that immediately make
That is
that
a
tournament
great
more
tattoo.
valid or less?
That is a great tattoo. It's a little hard to distinguish between the Europa and the Europa Conference League trophy. The artist probably could have made that a little bit clearer, but nonetheless,
he won that.
They look the same. So
He won that tournament and got that tattoo.
Good for him. Why not? It's a win.
I mean, it is a win.
It's a win. He continues to win. Whether
He is the great one.
Oh yeah.
Oh,
I mean, we do hear from him from time to time on this podcast. He's not the great one. He is technically.
Hit it again, Ron, to the right.
Is it on the third page? Oh, there it is. We have too many.
Yep.
Yeah.
I think I'm a special one.
And he is. It's a special tattoo, my friend. That's a special
You
tattoo.
just went through 3 pages of sound files. Good grief, you guys did go nuts. That's
fun.
hysterical.
There's too many.
It was fun.
Over to number 9, Brighton Hove Albion, finished on 51 points. Manager Graham Potter, entering his 3rd season with club. Notable outs, Basuma, we just spoke about him because he went to Tottenham. Aaron Connolly went to Venezia. Notable ends, Benicio del Toro. Oh, sorry, no. Benicio Baker Bodie?
Sure.
Bodie? Like Bodie McBoatface? Like,
Benicio Baker.
Do you guys remember that? Do you remember Bodie McBoatface? Yeah.
Oh God.
Sorry. Permanent move from Porto. Simon Ndingra, striker from
Told you not to call me that again.
FC Norwegian Highland. Is that a Norwegian?
Yeah,
Is that what
I
it
believe
is? Okay. I got to work on my Norwegian. And then Julio and Cisco.
I love his olive oil.
Striker center forward from Paraguayan side, Libertad Asuncion.
Yeah, that sounds good.
There we go. Can we please have a team with a nickname the Seagulls play in a European competition next season? That's a really funny question you threw out there. You just want the Seagulls?
I just want him in like playing like, I don't know, like Brighton Hove and Albion. The Seagulls play AC Milan. Just like Seagulls are playing Real Madrid. Like what?
They still got that pretty stadium.
They do.
That
It's
stadium
like-
is gorgeous.
Really, I don't think they're going to make Europe. I don't even know if they're going to stay in the top 10, to be honest. I would love to see them in a Europa Conference League spot because I don't think they'll be much higher than that 7th position. But I unfortunately don't. I think they'll probably end thereabouts, maybe probably swap the 9th and the 11th team, and that could be them.
Ron?
I agree. I don't think they're gonna make it into that.
Nah. 12th, 13th. That's where they're going to end up. Wolverhampton Wanderers, they ended on 10th, finished 51 points. So they were tied, just a goal differential separating them. Manager Bruno Lage?
Bruno Lage.
Coming into his 2nd season with the Wolves. I guess I kind of forgot that. It will be his 2nd season, won't it? Yeah.
Can I say the team name of the first out?
You go right ahead.
You can say the person.
So notable outs, Marçal.
Botafogo.
Botafogo. It was released from Botafogo. Like Joey Botafuco?
Bada bing, bada boom.
Hey, don't worry about it.
That's in Colombia, I believe.
Romain Saiz.
Or no, Brazil.
Romain Saiz released to
Roman Saiz.
I like Romain. Roman Saiz released.
Whatever happened to Rebecca Romaine?
I don't know. She did a couple of X-Men movies, and then that was it. That's all I remember. He was released and went off to Besiktas. John Ruddy released Birmingham City, and Fabio Silva on loan to Anderlecht. Notable ends, Nathan Collins, center back from Burnley.
Brazil. Botafogo.
Think the Wanderers can get fully into the top 10 or fully out of the top 10?
Fully out.
Yeah, fully out.
Yeah.
I think Nathan Collins is one of those Burnley center backs that I was talking about. He had a great season last year. He even bagged a few big goals for Burnley. Oh,
there's no reason Leicester couldn't have snagged him.
Exactly. My point exactly. Wolves, I think that is a very good signing from them. It gets that size backfill at a better, younger English age with the Connor Cody back there. So I do like what Wolves did. And something that I wasn't on here and I didn't include, but the notable one is they kept, said it on the last pod, Hee Chang Wong. Yeah. They're, Lee. Hee Chang Lee. They're right left winger that helped out Raul in the center. So he's permanently staying there. So that was a permanent move, and I just forgot to include that. But I think they're going to be fully out, but I could honestly see them pegging exactly 10th again.
Yeah, being the new
so a push in this scenario.
Yeah, God, what was his name? Poulis' team. Tony Poulis.
Stoke City?
No, that was always at 10th forever and a day.
West Brom?
Yes, yeah. There you go. Just sitting there in that little 10th spot. Next club, number 11. We came in 11th last year. Newcastle United finished on 49 points. Manager Eddie Howe coming into his first full season with Newcastle, being appointed last season on November 8th, 2021. Notable outs, Isaac Hayden on loan to Norwich, Ciaran Clark on loan to Sheffield United, Dwight Gale to Stoke City. Notable ends, Nick Pope, goalkeeper.
Great signing for them.
From Burnley, that's a really good signing. Matt Targett, left back from Aston Villa, permanent move. And Sven Botman, center back from Lille.
It's that kind of that Kieran Clark replacement. And Lille's been quite good in the past few years in the French league. So I think it's kind of a sneaky signing.
Will Messi be donning the black and white coming January 31st?
That's a fair question to ask, Jess.
Because they just throw so much money at it.
But I kind of put that in there as obviously a joke, but also they really haven't spent that much money. So
no, we're surprised, right?
Yeah.
Because they had all this money. So actually we thought, are they going to really push for top 4? I don't think they will this go round.
No, I don't even think they push for European places.
They had a really good run at the end. It does seem an odd move because there was all this money that they had. So I am a little confused by their
slow playing.
They're slow. Yeah, the slow
could
play.
Be. It may be harder to get deals done for them now that people know they have money.
Well, that's true.
But you would expect to see a laundry list of names there, and it's not quite was there. So it's
to be honest, even if they did get Messi, I don't know that it would help.
Yeah, true.
He's been so out of form. I mean, look what he did the past year at PSG. Yeah.
He won, and they still fired their manager. I still can't get over that. That's what happened.
And really, you would bring in Messi of all people over Chris Wood? Are you kidding me? Chris Wood is a Premier League legend on name alone.
Fair enough. Wood on the crossbar. Number coming in at 12th, and I'll start it. I'll try to go and push through these so we can get to the rest of our pod. Because I know we're running a little long. But Crystal Palace finished on 48 points. Manager Patrick Vieira entering his second season in charge at Selhurst Park. Outs, Martin Kelly was released. That was kind of it. Yeah. Notable ends, Malcolm Ibawi, right winger from Derby. Is that what it's supposed to be?
Derby, sorry.
And then Sam Johnstone, goalkeeper on a free. And then Sheikh Doucouré.
From Lens.
From Lens. Crystal Palace to finish in the top 10, or AFC Richmond return to the Premier League for season 4?
I think it's better. I think it's a better story if Ted Lasso and the Richmond team return to the Premier League for next year. For what would be
hashtag spoilers.
The final.
Yeah. So that's what I'm going with. That's my choice.
I'll double down on it.
They get real good at moments, and you think they're going to go for a longer run, and they haven't quite yet. So
but they still have Zaha.
Do.
They've kept him at the club somehow.
It's crazy how they've kept him.
If he continues to stay, who knows?
And we'll see what Mr. Vieira can put together.
Yep. It was much improved last year, but now that second year, team's kind of figuring him out and his team out.
The Sheffield thing.
Yeah, exactly. So we'll see.
Coming in at 13th last year, Brentford finished on 46 points. Manager Thomas Frank entering his 4th season in charge of the Bees. Notable outs, Christian Eriksen, Man United on a free. A notable ends, Ben Mee.
One of those Burnley center backs.
Boom.
Yeah, very good center.
Thomas Strakosha, goalkeeper from Lazio. Aaron Hickey, left mid from Bologna.
I hate when you just get those on your neck there. That used to be the worst.
An Aaron Hickey. Or next to your areola. See, because there's... Yeah, there we go. And
Chris Wood in there.
Chris Wood.
The trifecta of players.
Keane Lewis Potter, attacker from Hull City. Dreaded second year. No Ericsson this go round. Will the Bees continue to sting in the Premier League come June? Buzz, baby, buzz. Or will it be man versus bee and man wins? Do you guys know about that?
No.
There's a man versus bee show starring Rowan Atkinson on Netflix.
Oh, I haven't seen it.
It's a show about a man versus a bee. There's 10 episodes. That's just all I want to say about the current state of the world. Okay. Yeah, I think the Bees struggle this go round.
I think they struggle, but I think they stay up.
I think they end up kind of where Southampton or Everton end up in that 15th or 16th. I think they get a little bit worse. I like the Ben Mee signing. The attacker from Hull City is a very promising young English lad. Something just doesn't. I just don't get that good feeling about them staying up. So it could go either way, but I think they barely do if they do.
Well, I guess we got our predictions coming, so I'll stay quiet. Came in at fourth last year. Aston Villa finished 45 points. Manager Steven Gerrard entering his first full season with Villa after coming in last season on 11-11-21. Notable outs: Matt Target, permanent move to Newcastle.
Trezeguet.
Thank you.
Trapezbor.
Thank you. That's where he's from. Traps and Spar.
In Turkey.
Notable ends: Philip Coutinho, center attacking mid, permanent move from Barcelona. Boubacar Kamara.
Such a fun name.
That is a good name. Defensive mid defensive mid from Marseille. Diego Carlos, center back from Sevilla.
Sneaky.
And Ludwig Augustinson. Sure, we'll go with that. Left back on loan from Sevilla. Any chance TBG plays a single minute on field this season for them? We kid. Top 10 for them?
No.
I don't think they got him. I think
Just
what
out.
they
Just
I think they move up a few spots, but not quite.
I think they ruin other people's years.
Yeah. The spoilers.
I think that's who
They're going to be that team that you shouldn't lose to, but you do.
Yeah, that's a good show. A very good show.
Coming in 15th last year, Southampton.
Hold on, real quick. The Kamara signing I like a lot, and the Diego Carlos signing I like a lot. I think these are sneaky signings that are shades of Gerrard building a core there. And if both of them get playing time that I think they'll get, that is a core there, and starting from the back almost and building that core. Yes, we already know what Coutinho has to offer, but now Kamara could add more support to him if he fits into a Premier League style and the pace of the game and the toughness of the game. So some interesting signing there from Villa.
Coming in 15th last year, Southampton. They finished on 40 points. Manager Ralph Hasenhüttl.
So great.
Now entering his 5th season with the Saints. Notable outs: Fraser Forster, Spurs on a free, and Shane Long released to Reading. Notable ends: Joe Aribo, center mid from the Rangers, and Sekou Maro, center forward from Bordeaux. Will Southampton have as many wins in the league as the letters in their manager's last name?
Which is 10, and I'm going no.
I don't. I think I agree with you.
Can 5 teams be relegated?
Maybe the Bordeaux striker does something. Bordeaux are in rough shape over, and they may even go out of existence. Would be very sad because that's my team over there. But I don't. They're gonna have the same problem. Can they score? And right now, with who they got, it's pretty much the same people with an addition of this. And I don't think that's enough to really keep them in the league in a very non-panicky way come
I think
February, April.
I think they stay up. And the reason is every time I vote them down, they end up staying up, right? Like every time. This is the worst team they've had in years.
Which means they're absolutely going to go down because you're not choosing them to go down this year.
Yeah, exactly.
Speaking of panic, coming in 16th last year.
And 17th.
Everton finished on 39 points. Manager Frank Lampard entering his first full season with the Toffees after keeping them up when he came in on the 31st of January 2022. Notable outs were Charleston to the Spurs and Gerard of Brayton White on loan to PSV.
Brathwaite.
God, I'm really bad at this
two
game.
Strikers, 2 forwards, which is why I put those 2 on there. Very interesting.
Notable ends: James Tarkowski,
another Burnley center back,
and then hold on, and then that was it. Squat. Still one more than Leicester, with not a whole lot of action in the transfer window so far. Does Everton survive again?
No,
I'll save that.
I'm saying the only reason you stayed up last year was because of Richarlison and his goals, and that's pretty much it. Yeah, nobody else that can score at a consistent rate. So who the hell are you playing up there? So no, I don't think they can. But save yours for.
I'm saving mine.
Fair. I would just fire out the gate.
You know what that means.
Yeah, not a lot of movement from them, and to lose your biggest and most just that person in your team that drives a team forward.
It was the heart.
Yeah, I mean Tarkovsky. Yes, you addressed the center back need, which was much needed there, and he's a brilliant center back. But same problem as Southampton. Who you can get to score?
Nobody. That's who you get to score over there. Coming in 17th for last year, Leeds United finished on 38 points. Manager Jesse March now entering in his first full season from coming the manager on February 28th, 2022 to keep Leeds up in a miraculous fashion.
What a sizzler at the end of the season for them.
Notable outs were Calvin Phillips over to Man City, we spoke about earlier. Rafinha to Barcelona, way overpriced.
Good for Leeds.
But good for Leeds, yeah.
Exactly.
Good for Leeds. Good for him. I don't even.
And they brought in a lot for what they sold both of those for.
Yeah. And they're notable ends.
Brendan Aronson.
Yeah, center attack mid from RB Salzburg. Tyler Adams, center defense
Other American
from RB Leipzig. Ramses Christensen from right back from RB Salzburg, and then Marco Roca from center defensive mid from Bayern Munich, and Luis Sinistera, left winger from Feyenoord. Dang it. And basically their entire team is the Bundesliga leftovers. That's kind of at this point.
And I know, but some quality.
Yeah.
Well, and they I think you did a good job addressing it. You lose Calvin Phillips, you bring in Tyler Adams, kind of a like for like.
More than Leicester did again. Look at what they did. Leicester couldn't have gone
exactly
like this. Yeah.
Luis Sinistera, a very speedy Rafinha-like player that has been playing over in the Netherlands. So a like for like, and then you also had a Mark Roca, highly talented midfielder that's coming out of Bayern. Obviously, not going to get a whole lot of time there. So I think Jesse March has done some really nice job in to not only sell areas where you could pick up as close to equally amount of talent for those spots.
Your question was, will these Americans, with all these Americans, will Leeds move to Baltimore, Maryland by the end of the season? Okay, like Everton, for the real question, do they just survive again?
I think they survive more.
I think
than
they
Everton.
do more. I think they do.
I think they survive.
Yeah.
I think they survive more than Everton. I do.
Speaking of surviving, 3 teams will be joining us this year in the Premier League.
A few that we know and love.
That's right, where we turn things over to Ron to cover the clubs that are stepping up into the Premier League.
So 3 teams coming up, 2 of which we've come to know and or love in the recent past. So Fulham, a little bit of history on them. Founded 1879. So if you're doing the math at home, 143 years ago. And when they came into the league, they were founded as Fulham St. Andrew's Church Sunday School FC, which didn't fit on the badge, so they had to shrink it down.
Hold on. Say that again?
They were founded as Fulham St. Andrew's Church Sunday School FC.
Could that be my new St. Mary's School of the...
I was thinking of that when I was writing it.
That's pretty good.
Their home is Craven Cottage, which holds 22,384 screaming Maniac fans. Their manager, Marco Silva. Nicknames for the fine Fulham team, the Cottagers, the Whites, and the Lily Whites. Their West London rivals are Chelsea QPR and Brentford. Last season in the EPL was the 2020-21 season.
Killed it.
And then
they absolutely killed it.
Yep. The next team up, which we all kind of adopted as our secondary team, I'll say, Bournemouth, founded in 1899. So again, if you're doing the math at home, 123 years. They were also founded in the league as Boscombe, not Bournemouth. They were changed to Bournemouth in 1971.
Eddie Howe will be playing against his old club. It's
Yep.
kind of cool.
Their home ground is Dean Court, holds 11,364 screaming Maniacs. Their manager, Scott Park. Nicknames for this team are the Cherries and, of course, Boscombe, as they were founded originally. Their rivals are Portsmouth, Brighton Hove and Albion, and Reading. The last season they were in the I keep saying the NFL, the EPL was the 2019-2020 season. So look out for them. Now, a team that I don't think has been in the hasn't been in the Premier League since since we've been doing this. Nottingham Forest, founded in 1865, 157 years ago. So here's some interesting history on these guys. A group of shinty players all met at a pub called the Clinton Arms on Shakespeare Street, where a man named J.S. Scrimshaw proposed that
Scrimshaw.
Yep. This is the making of a cool movie. So J.S. Scrimshaw proposed that they become a multi-sport team. Anybody know what shinty is?
Is that the one with the sticks? Like,
That's what I was thinking.
Scottish version of
like hurling
hockey.
or
Field hockey. Yeah. Okay.
Yep.
Yeah, so that's what.
So it was all the players agreed, and they decided they were also going to start playing some football. Their first match played was versus Nottingham County on 3/22/1866. William Revis scored their first club goal. And like I said earlier, they were a multi-sport team playing bandy. Anyone know what bandy is?
I have no idea what that is.
Yeah.
Bandy is ice hockey with a ball.
Okay.
Yeah.
I used to play street hockey with the ball.
On ice?
No, I was in Florida. So I didn't see a whole lot.
So they played soccer, shinty, and bandy.
Love that band back in the day.
Soccer, shinty, and bandy. I know.
Don't
Yeah.
go chasing waterfalls or something like that.
And here's the really interesting thing. So Nottingham Forest donated kits to Arsenal when Arsenal was trying to become a proper football club, but Arsenal couldn't afford kits for all of their players. So Nottingham Forest, who were well established by that
So
point.
Robin Hood provided Arsenal with kits.
Yeah.
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 Because they'd been around 30 or 20 years before that. Because I forget.
We'll have to look it up.
Yeah.
Their home ground is City Ground, which holds 30,445. Their manager, Steve Cooper. Nicknames are Forest, the Garibaldis, Tricky Trees.
Great Italian restaurant in
The
town.
tricky trees.
The tricky
That's
trees.
it,
Tricky
buddy.
Trees,
I want
and the
that.
Reds. So the Garibaldis come from the fact that in their first year playing, they all wore hats with red colored tassels. And the tassels, the red color is called Garibaldi. So they got the nickname of the Garibaldis.
That's
Tricky
fun.
Trees comes from,
I need that T-shirt.
I know, right?
Tricky trees.
They played a lot of games, and I can't make this up. It is right out of a Robin Hood movie. They played 2 whole seasons, their first whole seasons on a ground right on the edge of Sherwood Forest. And Sherwood Forest was tricky to navigate. So they became the Tricky Trees.
Awesome.
That's awesome.
Their rivals are Leicester City. And the last season they were in the Premier League was 23 years ago, the 1998-99 season.
And they got Jay Lings, baby.
#blessed.
There's a new sheriff in Nottingham.
Oh, we see him in a cowboy or not? What kind of hat would he have worn back then?
The Garibaldi colors.
Garibaldi colors, yeah.
Yep. So those are your 3 teams: Fulham, Bournemouth, and Nottingham Forest.
Lovely.
Love it.
All with some red in there with them.
It's a very red year.
I think at least 2 of them stay up.
Well, we're about to give our predictions, aren't we?
Hold on. Here we are. Hold on.
Uh-oh.
I'm gonna go get a nightcap for us real quick.
If you get that liquor, if you get Ron's Chinese liquor, I'll be very upset with you.
Baijiu.
Yeah, you got the name right.
I did. Hold on. Feel free to talk amongst yourselves.
Yeah, I don't like it when he has a plan.
I know. Most of the time it goes south whenever he has a plan, right?
This is weird. It's always me and Ferris alone in the show because you have to go pee.
Oh, that's
It's
true.
never Ferris that leaves the room.
Yeah. Well,
It's the first time for everything.
that's right.
Your tiny bladder has survived the event.
Totally has.
So we have to get, can we jump on selling a shirt that, you know how you could do the supporter shirt that you can get away with it because you don't actually say the club or whatever?
Mm-hmm.
Or you can't really copyright the word term Nottingham. It's just how you use it, right?
Right.
So we need some kind of shirt with artwork that's like, I'm going to beat your club with a spoon. And it's like
more,
a
you
spoon,
twit.
or you make like a crest that's like a wooden spoon holding a soccer ball. And that's what it is. It's
go.
the crest, and it says Nottingham Reds or something like it says Nottingham, and then it's a soccer crest with a wooden spoon holding a soccer ball, and then underneath it says, "'Cause it's dull, you twit. It'll hurt more." That's absolutely.
That's brilliant.
We need to design that shirt.
That's a good idea. I like it. What you got there
Ferris,
for us?
you got 3 little bougie, itty bitty like Belgian glasses. Adorable.
So we didn't get a chance to have this up at Ron's wedding in Ontario.
Oh yeah,
And it's almost been a year to the date since I've had this bottle. But this is from Big Storm Brewing, our Belgium series. And this is our Category 5, our Belgian Quintuple.
13%.
14% alcohol by volume. It was fermented for 8 months in French oak Chardonnay barrels. Honey vanilla Chardonnay. Big Storm's Quintuple is a Belgium strong golden ale co-fermented with Belgium and Champagne yeast for 8 months in French oak Chardonnay barrels. The result is a beautiful, deep golden copper ale with a balance of honey and brown sugar sweetness and notes of Chardonnay, vanilla, and tropical fruit.
Champagne.
And this is why we're going to split it, because you obviously don't want to have this entire bottle. It's because it says pairs well with a designated driver.
Champagne yeast. I don't know that I've had a beer made with champagne yeast before.
I can't.
We did have that Brut beer that was like a champagne style beer.
We did.
Mm-hmm.
So that was big for a bit of the
Brut style, yeah.
Now let's see if Ferris can get the cork out of this bottle.
Well, it's going to take a little bit.
Ow, my eye.
You're tightening it. I'm
gonna pass it over to you to handle right now.
What did you do?
It was I had it going the correct way. I think I turned myself around when I.
Good grief! Oh man,
we are experts here to brew.
Yeah, jeez, where are the pliers at?
Oh yeah, where are those? Oh, they were around here. They might be on the bed. While you're working on that though, Blake. We can.
Yeah, you go right ahead.
I'll remind everyone out there of what our predictions are each year, and then we'll kind of save the last one for a bit of fun. That's well on tight, eh?
Good God, it's that the wire is so small.
Yeah, that's what I was having hard. That's why I was having a hard time with it.
Do I need to go get?
Nope, I got it. I'm gonna.
Yeah, you're working it.
Don't say it like that.
Okay, moving along. Here we go. So our predictions every year, we predict top 4 in order, gents, in order. Who the Golden Boot? Well done.
Here we go. Ready?
Who the Golden Boot will be?
Let's see if this thing pops loud. Yep, here it comes. Out of the cork. Oh God!
Oh, that was lovely sounding.
That was like,
So many comments, so little time.
I know. Whew.
The first manager sacked. Who's getting relegated? In no particular order. Just name any one of your 3. And then from the year we started the pod, our Leicesterish prediction, because obviously they were insane odds to win in 2016 and ended up winning it. And then I'll look at short few years later, they didn't even sign anybody. Let anybody go. Unbelievable.
But they're still up.
They are.
They are still there. All right. So who goes first under this
Well, hold on, boys.
top four?
Since
That is a dark golden ale. Like it's almost brownish. It's almost bronzed.
So go ahead. And these are in just 5-ounce glasses. And we in the tap room don't serve it. And we only pour an 8-ounce of this. You can only, and you can only have 2.
Cheers, gents.
So much, boys.
Ooh. Oh, man.
Whoa. That was not what I expected
So good.
at all.
Wow. I smell the alcohol way more than you taste it.
Oh yeah,
That
so it's
champagne-
ridiculously smooth.
Ooh.
That's why it's only 8 ounces and you only have 2 because it can go down real smooth.
That champagne yeast, very apparent. Like
Yeah.
giving those
Yeah, it's
champagne
got that
tap.
very clean, like crisp champagne feel to
But
it.
it has such a nice blend to it. It's one that if this was a podcast that we could just have a cigar with, brilliant. The good news is here in a short few months we will have the Cat 5 back, a new version this year. So
I thought you were going to say the Cat 6. I was like,
no, we only go Cat 5. We go Category 1, Belgium single, Category 2, Belgium double, Category 3, you guessed it, Belgium triple, Category 4, the Belgium quad, and then Belgium quintuples, which we're having in Category 5. So pinkies up, gents.
And now it's
Pinkies
time
up.
for Category 4, as in who?
Mm-hmm. In order.
Who makes it? Who's going first? How you would do
You
this?
know what? I'll go a light with it. Let's do it. I will say Man City as my team that wins it all, because I think they have a good possibility of doing the double. Liverpool, I think, will be a close second again. And I'm going a little bit more heart than I am anything here. I will say Man United, 3rd, Arsenal, 4th.
All right. You ready to input my info there? Keeper of the
I got it all set.
top, Man City.
Okay.
Number 2, the Arsenal.
All right. Oh, all right.
Whoa.
All right.
A bunch of optimism.
3, the Liverpool, because of their defensive, or their midfield. I say they just drop a little bit. They don't fight for that second spot.
Okay.
And then 4th, Hotspurs.
Tottenham.
Yep.
All right. Lovely. Ron?
Well, we're going to make it 3 across the board for City.
Yep.
Maybe that means it won't freaking happen.
That Hollins and Phillips though is just it's just too
It's
too
hard.
nice of sign. Like it's
hard
one of
to
those that I was like,
overcome.
ooh, damn, I like those signings a lot.
Yeah. Liverpool takes the 2nd spot.
All right.
Arsenal in 3rd.
Wow, you guys all like, yeah,
We were impressed with what we saw on Saturday.
yeah.
I just couldn't put them above United. I can't do it yet.
I smell a bet coming.
Just wait.
Can Blake go 3 for 3?
Oh, jeez.
That'd be so funny.
A hat trick.
Number 4, you guessed it, Tottenham.
Oh wow.
Tottenham. Okay.
Chelsea out of the top.
So no
4.
Chelsea for any of us. Interesting. No, I'm the only one that had United, but then again, my collars pop like Eric Cantona on this new lovely kit. It's a bit of a homer, but I really like what Ten Hag's doing, and who knows? As long as they do better than how they did last year, or at least feels better than last year,
Right.
I'm happy. And that whatever this doesn't, whatever.
See how that turned back into a Man United discussion?
Yep.
Yep.
Every time.
No West Ham, which I don't think anybody would have necessarily thought in there, but that no Chelsea. Just interesting that some of the signings and the disorganization that we saw real early on preseason from mainly a team that they had last year.
And coming out of some
wasn't,
disorganization too the previous year too.
True.
So I,
Right.
yeah.
True.
It wasn't like they were firing all that well in the last third of the season, season. And they have a lot of front office problems.
Yep. Golden Boot.
Gabriel Jesus, baby.
Ooh, going Homer.
It's going to be Arsenal across the board.
I did pick Aubameyang the year. he tied for it with Salah.
Yeah, and then he was gone the next year. Anyways.
Yeah, right. And then he didn't do anything.
He got an extension and was named your captain and then gone the next year.
Paved way for the Brazilian bombshell. It's all right.
I'm going with Son from Tottenham.
You're gonna go, okay, I'm going to go Son. I put that in the wrong spot. I'm going to go Holland. What a man-child he is. Just an absolute beast of a human. Norwegian, love it. Not going to be in the World Cup either. I think that plays big into this as well.
That should be
Norway did
noted.
not make the World Cup.
There's an asterisk beside all of this, I feel like. This World Cup coming when it does and disrupting the season, it's just going to change.
England's going to have a winter break.
And
And mind you, the top 4 teams, a lot of those teams that we just named, including Chelsea's, including Tottenham to an extent, Liverpool, United, or Man City, Arsenal, we're going to have a lot of their players pulled out of those first team squads. Yep. Where you have teams like a West Ham.
They can make up ground. They can make up ground then.
Right.
Absolutely.
Right.
Yeah.
Like a Wolves, even a Newcastle, push up the table a bit.
I'm sure we'll cover a lot of this in our road to the World Cup.
Mm-hmm.
I just mean that these predictions are strange because I feel like this can be a little.
And
slightly
we
weird
boys, I'm not told you yet this, but I'll announce it on our preview special. Might have a new game coming.
Yes.
Might rival what? It's the FA Cup.
Oh,
But a World Cup edition.
Yes.
What the?
So
It's the World Cup.
Nope. It's the name is a working title. It's in the works. I have a plan.
What the cup? No, that's not a good one.
No. Okay.
That's
why I work the titles out.
I can't wait. Yeah, you do good titles. You do good titles. That's true.
First manager sacked. Boy, it's Lampard. I think he's gone. I'll stick with it.
Man, you read my mind.
Yeah, Ron going with
After that
Frankie.
dismal loss to Minnesota United 4-0. Weak transfer season. Day history. He gone.
Blake, you got this one right. You gotta defend your championship here.
Well, my pick is Frank Lampard, so I was trying to decide if I was going to change my mind and try to
The barrage, maybe
to try to get something different. Oh gosh, man, because Frank Lampard was.
I mean, the only other choice for me was Hasenhüttl.
Yeah, that's fair.
That's the only other one for me. It was kind of a toss up between, but
yeah, that's fair. My second would probably be the barrage. Yeah, or Steve Cooper from was it Bournemouth? But Blake, you sticking with?
I'm gonna stick with Lampard
Frankie?
because I can't even pick one to go. Make it that it's it. That's it. That's the answer.
It's almost too easy.
Yeah.
Which means it won't be him.
Right.
Now we're talking just the Premier League, not the great sack race site where they have all of them in the English league that they just can't count up, but just the one from the Premier League, obviously. 3 that are getting relegated. Who wants to go first?
Have you gone first, Chad?
I will. This is easy. Everton. Bye-bye. Bournemouth, Fulham.
Okay. Blake?
Everton. If they fire Lampard in the first 2 months, they have a chance.
Okay. Oh, okay. Fair.
But if he sticks around a little too long,
okay,
I don't think so. I like Frankie Lampard. Let it be known. I do like the guy.
Okay.
I'm going to go with Everton. I'm going to go with Fulham as well. And I'm going to go with Southampton.
Oh, he's picking them.
I like it, Blake.
And Fulham too, like the club, they just have a tendency to bounce, pop in, bounce back out. Like they just.
I like the Evertons. I just don't know if Bournemouth have enough. They've sold and changed over a lot.
I don't
Premier
think
League's a
so.
different beast. Were there any really notable sightings from them, Ron, when you did your?
No,
I don't.
That's why-
I don't think so. Yeah.
that's why I don't think it's worth it. They did relatively
Yeah.
little
And-
to improve.
And I really want Fulham to finally stay up for a second go, you know? So I'm going to choose Bournemouth over them. I think Nottingham have enough talent. I mean, as much as Jay Lings is a good signing. They made a few others, Nico Williams from Liverpool, and then they have Dean Henderson in goal. Not bad.
Mhm.
Not bad. And with what they had and how they got in, I think they could barely stay up. So I will actually go. I'll go Southampton as well.
Whoa.
'Cause I just don't know where the goals are coming
is
from.
like
That's the
The
biggest
first
question
year
for me.
I have not, and you two
Yep.
have. This is
So Blake and I were close, but I switched out Bournemouth for Fulham because I want to see them go up. Leicesterish prediction. Blake.
Nottingham, end in 10th.
Wow. Okay. Interesting.
I
In the
feel
exactly 10th?
I feel like, well, I don't. A 9th or 8th starts to feel a little beyond
A little
Leicester to
ambitious.
me. But I feel like you finish in 10.
So you just go like,
There's something a little special about them.
Okay.
I feel like.
Okay.
I feel it.
okay.
The forest is strong with them.
Oh,
The Sherwood first.
I see what you did there.
Yeah, I can feel it. I don't know. I just
Okay. Nottingham in 10th. I like it.
Me?
Sure. Or no, I went last time, so I'll go last this time.
Okay.
Or I'll go second to last this time. Tottenham to win the league. You asked for Leicester.
Okay.
Is it Leicester-ish though? Because their odds would have to be better than Leicester's. to win.
They have like the title challenges that they've had with the teams like Man City and Liverpool. I think that's Leicester-ish.
I wonder what the odds are for them to win the league right now.
What are the odds to get a trophy?
That I think is much better than it has been in the past. But this, I think that's a
Wow, that's bold.
I've got,
Leicester-ish.
I've got what I think is a more bold prediction.
Go, by all means, go ahead, sir.
Leeds United
Don't go there.
Europa League.
Not the conference, the actual Europa
The
League.
actual Europa
They
League.
knock Man United out of 6th and they go to the. Okay, that's your prediction. I got you.
The Americans getting that far.
Wouldn't that be
If Leeds
amazing?
gets there, that's like
Wouldn't that be awesome?
yeah, that's like America's team, where like Fulham was America's team for so long with Dempsey and some of the players they've had over the years that played. Those are good ones, boys. Those are good ones for Tottenham. Get all out there, or Tottenham. Nottingham get all out there in 10th. Cagey, I like it. All right,
They're. I think they're going to come out swinging.
okay. I believe you. Now, the moment we've all been waiting for.
So dumb.
Better. This is great. So we were at the game the other day, and a friend of the pod and I, Phil, always joke about who is going to get frosted or blonde tips first. We've done it with some of the Orlando City players, but I said, well, we can turn this into a prediction. Which player, gents, do you think will frost their tips or blonde their tips first this year? The first player from our 3 choices that win get a bonus 10 points.
We don't keep points.
No, I understand. That's why
Okay.
it's just fun.
I'm gonna go with Captain Instagram.
You're not taking mine, are you?
Jayling.
Jayling, it's too easy. I know. It's too easy. Oh, I got to think of one different now. Jaylings. I like it, Ron.
Hashtag Instagram.
Oh, you took
hashtag
mine.
Ferris.
Yeah, it's low hanging fruit there with that one. Oh, good choice.
It can't be Pogba. He's out.
That's
Because that would have been another good
That's
one.
true.
His
Yep.
hair is a different color every
Yep.
2 days.
Yep.
I know. I can't think of someone that fits the mold very well. Maybe Ben White will frost those tips. Look at your face. Look at your face.
Dear God, that's a good. The blonde hair tats already. That
And
would
the
be
super tan.
Oh yes. Oh, I'm jealous of that pick. I'm jealous of that pick, Blake. Oh, I'm so jealous of that one. Good one. Oh, boys,
It's so trashy. You can just see it.
like the Jay Lings was going to be mine, but I'm not going to go the same. But the Ben White one is good. It's good.
He's just got the little things in his hair as he's laying in the tanning bed.
I know. That's
What about Crystal Palace player
Zaha.
Zaha?
Nah, I don't know.
I mean, he's another one to color his hair a lot.
Yeah. I really want to go like a Jadon Sancho because he could be that, but I don't. I'm gonna go Kelvin Phillips from Man City. Kind of does that like, life is so good now I can finally afford it. Playing with Jack Grealish. I think he gets a blonde streak or two in that kind of like pulled back fro that he has. I'll go Calvin Phillips.
I think we all would have lost with Christian Pulisic.
Oh yeah, we would never.
I would not have thought he was
yeah.
going to, and he showed up to the Chelsea match the other day.
Just
really nicely streaked One Direction style haircut.
Ben White. That's such a
That is a good one.
That's a good one, Blake. Damn. Anybody else on Arsenal you think will get a good blonde
It's
tip in there?
Ben White. That's Ben White one only.
Yeah.
I don't think anybody else goes for it.
I think you're right.
And it'll be like why he's injured and not playing too. It'll be like getting all the pictures on the sidelines, but not doing anything.
What if
else.
Raheem Sterling goes blonde? Has he
Oh,
ever
God, that's funny.
Has he ever gone blonde?
Yes.
He has, hasn't he?
Mhm.
So yeah, it's not. Yeah,
Yeah, I'm sure he has.
I could see Saka doing blonde tips. Yeah,
Maybe.
yeah. Well, those are our predictions, boys. They are properly logged and saved.
Yes. Raheem Sterling has had blonde
He did.
hair.
That's what that's
Absolutely
Yep.
did.
Yeah, absolutely.
2017 was the last time.
That is the prediction that matters. That's the one that matters.
The one, oh yeah, who gives a shit about top four?
Yeah.
Dude, it's who Froster tips.
Yeah.
Because somebody else could do it. But if any one of our three players do it throughout any course of the season, they don't have to
It's
be
a
the first in
bonus
the Premier
50
League.
points.
It's just 700 points. Yes.
700 points. That's right.
It's
Wow,
just
that escalated
it's just
quickly.
If any one of our three goes first.
Yeah.
That's like
700
it could be the
points.
last day of the Premier League. And if Ben White tips his hair, Blake, you win. I might even
That's amazing.
I might even tag him on Twitter and be like, can you play? I want Blake to win this because I want to see you with like nothing says boy band where they like Ben White at this point frosting his tips.
It would be glorious.
Nice tight kit.
It's a good choice.
A little cross tip with that new pop collar.
Good boy.
Look good. All right, gents, that wraps us up.
Love the Premier League.
Our beer reviews were a Schultzbrow Dunkel
With an awesome
from Knoxville. That's right.
scarf.
Then we've got from Big Storm Brewing here in Florida, Category 5, Belgian Quintuple, 14% ABV. Tom's going to put me to bed.
Damn, Ron, you already down on yours.
Ron slung that down.
Yeah, you did. I'm
quite
I'm
tasty.
a little sipper over here.
Follow us on the Untapped to find out about these beers. Follow us on the Instagram, on the Twitters, on the Facebooks. If you're enjoying the show, write a review and Apple Podcast or wherever you listen, and get a screen grab and send it to us. We'll get you a magnet or a koozie or something out to you.
Be on the lookout. We will reactivate the fantasy league.
Oh, thank you very much. The Fantasy League will be reactivated.
We
That's
had great turnout last season.
And did we get
No, I got to reach out to our gentleman that won because he had wanted the Arsenal. If the leak was true that the Arsenal kit was be black, he wanted that one. So
it came true
out.
because they just released it this week.
Yeah,
or
reach out to him.
within the last week. Yeah.
And we'll get his which is a sexy kit. Now that I saw them in person,
like it.
I do like them.
Not the
too.
best kit of this season so far, but a phenomenal kit.
I think between Arsenal and United, they have two of the best barrage of kits
Yeah,
out of the entire league, if I'm being honest.
I think they're boring.
I like them.
Sorry.
They both have the same first kit. Their second kits though are ours with the white and those aren't way.
I think
you guys is the black I like a lot.
The team, in my opinion,
It's the black with the gold. That's what makes that
I
work.
agree.
Yeah. It is very
I
slick.
like it. Very very
slick. The team with the best 3 kits,
Okay.
home, away, and third kit, Crystal Palace.
You think?
They are snazzy as F.
Palace.
Yeah. Have you seen them?
I'm Googling the hell out of it right now. All 3 kits you say?
All 3 are, I think, snazzy. Blake, here's the first one, in case.
Right, classic look, but like almost done like a marker.
Yeah,
Has
yeah.
Done the
I think
color
it's just
stripes.
got a good texture.
Is that the one that you're seeing?
You want to look here?
Okay. Yeah.
All right. So red and blue with the cinch logo on it with, like Blake said, the kind of marker style.
Yeah, each stripe is like a marker, like done.
Then kind of similar, except just a red and blue marker stripe down the center.
Solo, yep.
And then the third kit, man, is sharp as heck.
Third kit got that seatbelt for when your season crashes.
Yeah. But it looks quite nice.
Who's their kits or who's their like? Is it? It's not Adidas or who is it?
Don't know. I'll check.
I can't tell who's making that either.
I just think
Arsenal
it's cool looking.
United haven't released all 3 yet.
I don't think so.
Yeah, but if they're as boring as your home kit, who cares?
I love her. A little bit of a pinstripe look here too.
Still
nice
boring.
collar you can pop.
It's just normal.
Hey,
Boy,
it's
it's not supposed to
classic.
be. Yeah, it's classic. Thank you. my.
I'm exceedingly hard on kits.
At least I'm gonna repeat Phil from the other night. At least we don't have a 3 on ours.
Which
Yeah.
it makes no sense.
I
to
hate
me.
it.
What a dumb argument.
And it's so hard to do anything.
We
with.
don't
You can't
have-
add like stripes. You can't add
It's just a 3.
seatbelt sash. Like it's.
What are you doing with your team viewer logo? Absolutely jack off nothing.
Yeah, but it's not a big giant 3 that you just
Yeah.
can't. Did you go, is that guy
Whatever.
number 3? Oh no, that's the logo.
Yeah. For the most popular cell phone company in Europe.
Granted, this
not
is
that exciting.
there's no I in team, and then we view things with the team.
Yeah. You know, we
I actually have 0 clue what they do,
Lame.
Yeah.
but it's nice.
No, it isn't.
the day Arsenal's no longer fly Emirates, it's gonna be real weird. 'Cause it's been there for a while.
It's yeah.
We got our beers, we got our reviews and stuff.
Your remote desktop software. That's what your sponsor is. Sorry, you get nothing over the
Excuse
most
me. There's a
popular
pandemic. Everybody works from
Who
home
cares?
nowadays. That is absolutely.
We are not there anymore.
Everybody-
Lame
Everybody works from home nowadays.
remote desktop software.
Yes.
Yeah.
Everybody works
Lame.
from home nowadays. It's a perfectly reasonable.
It's not better than a cell phone.
That's
Sorry.
how Pogba tried to play last season, was remotely.
Please tell me that was your dad joke. 'Cause that was a good one.
But wait, there's more.
Uh-oh. There's more.
I have another gift for Ferris.
Oh, nice.
There's the dad jokes got born out of a book that was given, and we would read the dad jokes out of, and then I started researching more. The dad jokes are still here to stay. Don't get me wrong, I'm not getting rid of those. But there's a new book that I just got for Ferris that might create a new thing we do also on the pod.
Okay. Ferris is currently peeing his pants laughing.
There's an air bubble or like a speak bubble that says "I will be God of Manchester." Zlatan style, the funniest Zlatan Ibrahimovic quotes by Gordon Law, and it has Zlatan with his United kit back in the day.
Oh, God, that's funny.
Where and how did you find this?
Boom.
I mean, you got to read one.
Oh, just tell me when to stop.
Stop.
Boom.
Reporter. Who is the most beautiful woman in the world? Zlatan. I haven't met her yet, but when I do, I'll date her.
See?
Oh, that's pretty great. Oh, God, that's good.
Oh,
I had been saying, well, someone should put together a Chuck Norris style quote book for boom.
oh my gosh.
That's brilliant.
There's there's like actual like quotes just from over the years at various press conferences that everything, and it also has tweets, so he'll tweet back to somebody.
Yes.
Like this one is a dear at armored guy. A wise man once said, "Surprising your opponent is the key to surprising them." That wise man was Zlatan. Hashtag dare to Zlatan.
Surprising your opponent is the key to surprising your
So he tweeted this ahead of a Q&A on social media. Hi at Twitter. For tomorrow, Zlatan needs more than 140 characters. Please change rules for Zlatan.
I wonder if they
Tell me
did.
that was the day before the change.
Oh, it'd be so great.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, that's going to be the gift
This is a
that keeps on giving all year long.
Oh, that's
For this
brilliant.
entire next year, instead of your dad jokes, we will read. I'll have the duties and I'll read the. Or unless you want to take this back to Tennessee, he might belong in Tennessee.
That's funny.
I don't know. I feel like you have to read the Zlatan quotes.
But you do really good dramatic interpretation readings. So
Are you going to abdicate your duty?
has Zlatan even been to Gatlinburg?
Likely he couldn't find it on a map.
Yeah.
That's why he has to, he knows
Because
where
he would-
Orlando is.
he
He
would
came
say-
here for the MLS All-Star. So I think he needs to go. And then
He
Blake,
would-
you need to do a good,
I think what Zlatan would say is, does Gatlinburg know where I am?
Yeah, that
Fair.
is exactly
Exactly
correct.
fair.
That is exactly correct.
I just cannot. Oh my God.
That's a genius book.
I found that and was like, this is the
If
one.
they replace the Eiffel Tower with the statue of me, then I will stay.
Oh my
When
God.
he was at PSG.
Perfect.
Oh, that's brilliant.
I don't need a scary nickname. You just have to watch me to feel scared.
And there you go.
That's great. Oh,
Happy birthday, my friend.
If Mourinho brightens up the room, Guardiola pulls down the curtains. I can't help but laugh at how perfect I am.
See, I sit down and I do. I think you got to read. Dude,
it has to be you.
Okay, fair.
Yeah.
Because there's how many pages is it? This is a picture. Oh my, there's you can write your own in the back.
Zlatan style.
That's brilliant.
Page 130. Oh, so good.
But you can't read any more of them.
No, I can't.
You have to wait.
I can't.
Otherwise, you'll know them all.
Oh, brilliant.
Right. That's why I
Well
told
done.
you could not get your gifts at the birthday
Cheers.
party.
No, that's fair.
They were for the
That
show.
That is Blake. That is well
What's
done,
funny,
sir.
I
Well done.
literally, we were coming in and I was about to put them both in the bag and I went, I think I need to give that one separate.
Yeah, that's a good call.
Yeah.
Good call.
Oh, there you go, Ferris. Do you want to speed through and as a new tradition, do you want to end us out? It was the Tan quote before we go. We got you warmed up. Watch, you'll find the one offensive one that's like there is one.
I thought I
definitely
read some
found
good
one in
ones. Oh, you know. Agent Anders Carlson. Southampton. Southampton is interested. Zlatan. What the fuck? Southampton? Is that my level? Southampton? That's when he was unsettled at Ajax way back in the day.
That is perfect. Perfect. On that note, love the beer, cherish the game, the beautiful game.
The Premier League season is back.
Woohoo!
Heck yeah.